Now we cooking. Okay. So without further ado, welcome to the Automate Your Business to Five Figures Masterclass, baby. Let's go. Okay. Now, if you like me, right? For those of you guys who know me, right? You guys know that well, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Suzette Bradley, but some of you guys may know me as Suzette the Mommypreneur. And I've been in business for a long time, for a good little while. I've been consistently in business, I would say the last maybe year or so. And yeah, I've learned a lot. I have learned a lot along this journey. I've had a lot of losses, I had a lot of wins. A lot of you guys may know me for credit repair and business credit, which was my bread and butter for a long time. It's time to evolve. It's time to put down some real gems, and not to say credit or business credit is not a good industry, right? But me personally, I prefer to have reoccurring revenue. How many of you guys know about reoccurring revenue? Revenue where you do something one time, or you provide one service, you provide something and you get paid over and over for that service. Okay. Now, so yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So in today's presentation, you are going to learn how you can save 3 hours plus a day with automations. Okay. With automations, you're gonna learn how to fill your calendar with not just appointments, but with deposits. I don't know how many of you guys want to not only to fill your calendar with appointments, but to get those deposits before you even perform those duties. Like, for example, if you're a barber, if you're a hairstylist, if you're a nail tech, how would you like to fill up your appointments, your calendars, with deposits before you even provide the service? Okay. And not only that, I'm gonna show you how you can get paid seven figures within 30 days. Okay. What is that? Okay. All right. Anyway, as I said, my name is Suzette Bradley, but most of you guys know me as Suzette the Mommypreneur. Okay. Um, I am the founder of mommypreneur.ai, which is a platform where we help entrepreneurs automate their business so you can spend less time in the business, right? And more time with your family using our automation software. Okay. How many of you guys are familiar with automations? How many of you guys are familiar with automations? How many of you guys are familiar with AI? Okay. Okay. Well, in this class, I'm going to break down and show you how the benefits of having automations within your business and how you can leverage AI to streamline those automations. Okay. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. So, I have a question for you. If you had an additional 20 scheduled sales appointments every single month, how much income would you make? Right. Now, this is specifically for service based entrepreneurs. Like I said, barbers, hairstylists, nail tech, makeup artists. How much more would you make if you had an additional 20 scheduled sales appointments every single month on autopilot? How would that help your lifestyle? What value would that bring to your life? Now, we're not talking about going and chasing after anybody, right? We don't do that. But we're talking about having your calendar full of appointments. You have clients ready for your services. Okay. All right. Now you book an additional 20 scheduled sales appointments per month on your calendar without cold calling and without chasing unresponsive leads. Again, we're not chasing after anybody. Okay. We're not chasing after anybody, but we want to position ourselves so that we are more findable in the marketplace, right? You can do that through creating content. You can do that through all sorts of mediums without having to spend money on ads or anything like that. Now, granted, ads are wonderful. Ads are absolutely wonderful. But ads are for once you hone in on your offer, right? Whatever you're offering in your business, you want to perfect that first before you go into ads, okay? But ultimately, the goal is we want to get you 20 more scheduled sales appointments per month on your calendar without having to cold call anyone, without having to chase unresponsive people, okay? That's the goal. Okay. So who are we? Who is Mommypreneur.ai? We are automation software that captures lead, contact details, and automate texts and emails to schedule sales appointments on your calendar. Now that's just a small piece. That's a fraction of what the automation software can do for your business. It's literally a fraction of it. But this is the most important part of what we're going to be talking about today. Okay. All right. Now with our software, you can eliminate ineffective follow-up tasks, unproductive hours spent, on unresponsive leads. In other words, get leads, get sales appointments, and get that money. What they say, give me my money. Yeah, go get that money. All right. So, Mommypreneur.ai is the ultimate all-in-one sales and marketing platform built for small businesses like yours to capture, nurture, and close leads, right? I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, the money is in the follow up, right? I heard this, I've actually heard this saying more recently by one of my mentors. Myron Golden said this, he said it relentlessly. And it's really important, And so we're going to talk about that. Okay. All right. Now, before doing business with you, right? Okay, now we need to understand what the process is for, the entire the system behind everything, right? Ultimately, when people reach out to you, right? They reach out to you for your services. Maybe they come across your some content on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or TikTok, right? And what happens is, they're going to opt into your services, right? You're going to provide value at some point. They'll end up booking an appointment and those sales will flow in. Okay. Okay. And again, this is how it works. This is how it works. Okay. All right. Now, what is an opt-in? What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Opt-in is simply capturing potential customers' name, email, and phone number. Simple as that. Right. Now, most people nowadays, of course, are marketing their business on social media, right? Now, let's be honest about social media. Social media, we don't own that platform, right? So if you have a business and you do not have a system in place for that business where you can capture your customer's name, email, and phone number, I mean, you're missing out on thousands of dollars, thousands, literally thousands of dollars, because we've had those moments where Instagram went down, Facebook went down, YouTube went down, right? And you couldn't get in contact with your customers if you're solely depending on social media. Okay, so it's really important to have a platform where your customers can opt into your services or your product to be able to receive those services or those products, and so that you can be able to capture their information so that at a later time you can then reach out to them, and once you have more services and whatnot, and it goes and it goes, and that's how you get that retention, right? Because who wants to chase after people and have to constantly chase after people and constantly chase after people? That is tiring. That is the easiest way to get burnt out. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. I have burnt out plenty of times in business, but the beautiful part is now I have a system in place. Now I have a system. So my business runs even when I'm sleeping. So if someone reaches out to me in the middle of the night, right now I'm asleep, right? I'm sure you'll be, who we don't have the ability to reach out to every single person 24 hours a day. It's just not possible. You're living your life, you got kids, you have the spouse, you got, all these things, you got to take care of the household, you got to live your life, right? So it's important to have the ability to give your customers the opportunity to opt into you so that you can get their information and keep that communication with them going. Okay. Now, the old way is, and I'm sure you guys probably have seen this, right? The old way is landing pages, right? Now, this is nothing against landing pages because I still use landing pages, right? But to solely rely on landing pages, and we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. This is the old way of doing things, right? You can't solely rely on landing pages. And just to give you a little bit of clarification, opt-in, right? When your customers or potential customers opt in with you, usually they'll do it through a landing page, okay? But that's the old way. That's the old way. We need the new way, right? And the new way is chat automation, right? As you can see right here on the screen, text the word "well," and you get a response back. Now, how many of us walk around with our cell phones in our pocket? Everybody, right? Everybody. So the easiest way you can communicate with your potential customers and clients is through chat automation. Now, chat automation can be anything from text messages. It can be anything from direct messages, DMs, messages on Facebook, all that kind of thing. But we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Okay. Now, this is the reason why landing pages are a thing of the past. Is because usually when you go to a landing page, most people, excuse me, you have, let's say you have 100 people going to that landing page. On average, you'll probably get 23 people to opt into that page, right? Okay, cool. Okay. Now you have a chat automation in place, right? Because everybody has their phone right there, right? You text someone 9 times, you see the difference? You get 100 people going into your chat automation, 92 people opt in. Now this is on average, right? Now these numbers, they fluctuate, but you see the difference in having a landing pages and having a landing page versus having chat automations in place for your business? Night and day. It's night and day. Okay, now chat automation creates more customers than landing page funnels, right? I mean, you see the numbers right there. It's kind of self-explanatory. Okay, so we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into it. So again, before doing business with you, this is the process, right? Of how you can turn those potential customers into customers. And it's the same process. They opt in, you give them value, they book an appointment, and you get that money. You get that money. Okay, all right. So we've talked about opt-in. We've talked about opt-in funnel, landing pages. We've talked about the process. So let's get into some of this value and how you can give value to your customers. Okay. Now, why would a potential customer opt into your services? I mean, you got a million people, you got a million businesses, right? You have a million different people selling probably the same thing you're selling. So what makes you stand out from everyone else? Okay. Now, and how you stand out is based on the valuable information that you're able to give potential clients and potential customers. Okay. This is what sets you apart from everyone else, is the value that you can give. Okay. And we're going to talk about that. So what is value, right? Now, value, it could be considered a digital product that you give away for free to help your customers get closer to their goals. A digital product can be anything from an ebook, a video, a workbook, checklist. It could be any of those things. A digital product is not a physical product; it's a digital product, right? So that's the value. That's the potential value that you can give to your potential customers. Okay, now how can you deliver this value? So okay, you got an idea. Okay, how can you deliver it? Now, as I said, you can give. An ebook is also considered a digital product. A YouTube video is considered a digital product. Okay. Now, if you had to choose between two of these, right? You got two options right here. Which one would you choose? Which one would you rather consume as someone? Let's say you come across, let's say you need some services, right? Or you're interested in some services. What's the easiest digital product to consume for you? What would be the easiest? It'll be a YouTube video, right? The easiest thing the quickest is you sit and watch a video, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. That's the value that you could give your potential customers and clients. Okay. So this is what you could do. Go to YouTube, right? Find a relevant, viable topic based on what your business provides. So for example, let's say you're a nail tech. Okay. You can go on YouTube, search and see what ways that your clients could maintain their nails in between bookings, in between appointments, right? Because that's the one thing, everybody want to be fresh. We want to look good. We want to be, we want to look good. We don't want to walk around looking like, oh, I need to go get my nails done, girl. So that's how you can provide that value, is give them a free video. Now, the good thing is that YouTube is millions of videos, right? It's millions of videos out there. And so that's how you can do it. Now, let's say you're a barber, right? You can go and find a YouTube video on how you can help your customers maintain their hair in between cuts, right? Because again, we want to be fresh. You want to look nice, right? You want to look good. So go do your thing. Do your thing. Okay. Now, what you can do after you find that valuable piece of video, that value that you can give your potential customers. You're going to copy that URL to that video, okay? And then you'll be generating leads by having them opt in to get the link to that YouTube video. Now, this is simple. This is so simple. Think about how many YouTube videos are out there. This is super simple, okay? So let's talk about this, right? So you can go on YouTube, right? You can search, okay, 10 steps to generate more leads. Okay, all right, let me see what's coming up. All right, so we got some options here. So what we gonna pick? What's something that you will most likely want, right? Boom. You want to generate over 40,000 leads. So you could take that video. Now this is specific to businesses who are trying to generate leads, right? Now it applies to anyone. It really does. It applies to anyone. But you want to find something that's specific to your particular service or product. Okay, keep that in mind. We're not just going and just finding any video. It has to pertain to what you're doing. Okay, so let's say we're gonna pick that one. All right, boom. So we picked the YouTube video, right? It's now the good thing about having a YouTube video, you might say, well, why go get a YouTube video? It's free, everybody can watch it, right? But that's just that. Look at this video. This video has gotten, it's only a year old and it's got 648,000 views. That tells me that people are looking for this information. So that tells me this information is valuable. And that tells me, again, you can give this away to your potential customers, right? And give them that value, give them something that they don't already know. Okay. Now, it's good for not only you, but it's good for the video creator because it spreads the word for their video. So we all good, right? We all good. And again, it's the quickest way to digest information. And that means, and that's going to lead to someone booking an appointment with you quicker. Okay. Think about how long it take you to read a book. And this, let's be honest about this, right? Let's keep it all the way real. Right. Now I love reading. I absolutely love reading books. But sometimes you get distracted. You put the book down, you just sit there or whatever. But a video, and a video is 7 minutes long. 7 minutes long or a book. I mean, I'm just saying, it makes sense to me. Okay. So it saves you time. You use someone else's content and you give it away to potential customers. And this is how you can provide value without you having to do any work of your own. I mean, this is a win-win if you tell me. Okay. So we talked about the opt-in. Okay. We talked about a little bit of value that you can give to your potential customers. Now let's talk about these appointments. Let's talk about how you can get your calendar full of appointments. Okay. Now, again, let's go just to recap, right? So the value that you providing, now again, you want to not only have the automations in place, but you want to cut down the time that you're spending in your business, right? Because, again, we're not chasing after people. We're not doing that. Okay, we're going to set ourselves up so that we're not spending all day on the computer, that we're not spending all day on social media, okay, that we automate practically our entire business. Okay. Now, if you're in a service business, you can't automate your service. The actual service the fulfillment of the business. You can't, you may not necessarily be able to automate that part, but you can literally automate everything up until that point. So imagine, and again, imagine having 20 extra people on your calendar every single month. How much value would that be for you in your life? Not just your business, but your livelihood. Right? All you're doing is just getting up and going and serving your customers. You're not sitting on the computer all day going through messages and all that kind of stuff, right? So let's talk about this appointment. All right, now. Okay, now, so potential customers watch the video. So this is the process. This is how you can set up everything so you can generate those not only generate those leads, but get that money in your pocket. Get that money in your pocket. So this is how it goes. So you deliver that video, right? Give that value to your potential customers, and then they can book with you, and you can have this all automated. Entire process all automated. Okay. And as you can see down with the calendar set up, they can choose whatever day and time that they want, and they're in control of everything. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Automatically, appointments automatically integrate with Google Calendar. How dope is that? So now you get, not only is you got your bookings, right? You got your notifications on, so you'll know, hey, you'll get your text message and your email saying, hey, you got a new booking today. You got a booking this time, that time, right? And also your potential customer or your client at this point now, because they book with you, they'll get they'll get notifications as well, automatically. All this is automatically, okay? And that's how it resorts to the paying customer. That's how you get it. That's how you get it, how you live it, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys a live demonstration, okay? I want you to text the word chat to 866-953-2609 so you can get that real life automation on deck right quick, okay? Get that on deck right quick. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm still going, yo. Let me make sure. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead and text the word chat to 866-953-2609 so you can get that live demonstration. Okay. All right. All right. And that's how it goes. So ordinarily, right? And this is what's considered, this is what's considered a funnel. For those who looking at this like, okay, I see opt-in, I see value. Okay, we breaking it down, but what is that? What's that funnel thing, right? this is how it goes when it comes to, obtaining those clients. Okay. And so let's break this down in numbers. Okay. Let's say you have 100 people who comes into your ecosystem, who opts in, who let's say you have all your automation set up and all that good stuff, right? Okay. Now, on average, 10% is usually what's going to make it all the way down to the bottom, right? Who's going to opt in, who's going to consume the value that you're providing, who's going to book an appointment, or who's going to turn into customers, okay? We want them customers. We want them customers, okay? Now, think about this as you scaling, right? Let's say you got 1,000 people, okay? Now, 10% of that's 100 people, okay? And so on and so on. I mean, you can see how this go. You see how it go. 10,000 people, 1,000 people by now. Now, can at this point? I want to really ask you something. At this point in your business, if 10,000 people reached out to you, can you manage that? Can you manage 10,000 people reaching out to you right now? Ask yourself that question. If that answer is no, you want to stay tuned. You want to stay tuned, okay? You want to stay tuned. So the more people who opt in, all right, the more ability, the more I'll say the more you'll have to make even more funds than you have now within your business to make even more revenue, okay? And it's simple math, okay? Now meet Janice, okay? I'm gonna show you the importance of how this automation can help your business. Meet Janice. Okay. Now she is, she has an important meeting, okay, but her babysitter canceled on her. Okay, so what's she gonna do? Okay. So, so what she does is she calls up her backup babysitter to schedule an emergency appointment. Okay. Now let's look at Beverly, who took her kids to the out of her daycare to the park, right? Now she's out and about. She's doing it. So Beverly misses Janice's call. Okay. So now that happens, right? If we really think about that. You have a business, you've missed a few calls here and there, right? Now, Janice, she got two options. She could search for another babysitter or she can miss her important meeting. And we don't want that. We don't want to miss nothing when it comes to the business. Okay. Now, with mommypreneur.ai, we have this option called the auto missed call text back feature, which kicks in with every missed call. So as you can see right here, right, I got an example for you where I had a missed call, right? And had an automatic text message that went out to say, hey, this is mommypreneur.ai. I saw that we missed your call. How can we help you? Right? Automatically. I didn't have to do anything. Right. So imagine having this ability within your business. And this is how it goes. Okay. So Janice, she called, right? She called and she didn't get an answer. So how the automations work on the back end is okay now. So since Beverly, she has her automations in place for her daycare. So she's out with the kids. They're at the park. Automatically, she gets a text message as soon as she hangs up from that phone and she missed that call. And this is how it goes. This is how important it is. How you can Make contact with every single person that reaches out to you in your business. Okay. So as you can see here, the automatic text messages, hey Janice, this is Beverly's daycare. Sorry, we missed your call. How can we help you? And then Janice goes on and say, hey, my babysitter canceled. I need to schedule an emergency appointment for Gracie, her daughter, and I have a meeting in 45 minutes. Okay. So she on a go, right? So because mommypreneur.ai integrates with Beverly's Google Calendar, she gets an automated, she gets her accounts automatically responds with Beverly's actual availability. Okay. So the daycare business that has their automations in place, right? Because again, they're out, they took the kids to the park, they outside, they probably not nowhere near their business phone calls or nothing like that. Okay. And so she gets automatically booked with Beverly. So she gets an automatic text message saying, hey, you can bring Gracie by at 2:45. Okay. Which this is actually before 45 or 4:15 actually. But yeah, and it says, hey, we're heading back from a park trip. We love to care for your daughter during your appointment. Okay. Now, granted, Beverly, she's at the park. She's not doing any of this manually. This is happening automatically on the back end. Okay. So Janice goes, okay, great. She finds her babysitter, Beverly, you're a lifesaver. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Okay. And because Janice is a previous customer, mommypreneur.ai has Janice's information stored. So it automatically sends Janice's a confirmation email. Okay. This is the power of automation. I'm telling you guys, this is dope. This is super dope. Okay. So not only do she gets, she gets booked, but she gets a text message confirming the booking. It's truly my pleasure. Gracie is booked today for 2:45. Confirmation sent to your email. Thank you for choosing Beverly's daycare. Simple as that. Now, Beverly, she's out with the kids at the park. And meanwhile, she booked a $150 client all while she at the park and not having to do anything. Okay. And this is the power. This is so to generate new revenue every single month, you absolutely have to have these three things in place, right? Or you have to do these three things rather, which is number one, you got to capture leads. Okay. You got to nurture those leads. Okay. Because again, Janice is a returning customer for Beverly's daycare. So that rapport is there. Okay. So that's been nurtured. And now there's even more of a trust between them because in Janice's time of need, Beverly's daycare was able to provide for her in an emergency situation. Okay. So you want to capture your leads, you want to nurture your leads, and you want to close those leads. Okay. Those are the three things that every single business has to do. That's the most important part about business, okay? And of course, you gotta fulfill on the back end as well. So meet Robin, okay? Robin, she's the CEO of Chick Claws by Robin. Now, Chick Claws is a business where it's like she's a nail tech essentially, right? Now that Chick Claws got a ring to it, don't it? So she's in the beauty industry, okay? Now, to get leads to opt in, Robin, she gives away a free video on Instagram and Facebook. And you can see right here, this video, this is the older video. It says nail care hacks everyone should know. Right now, don't you think that her customers would appreciate that video? And not only her customers, but the potential customers coming in. Right now, she didn't make that video. She didn't do anything that had to do with no editing, no nothing. She just went on YouTube, searched and found it, and she gives that to her potential clients just as value to help them, with their nail care. Okay. Now, and that's how it goes. And so Robin turned on mommypreneur.ai in her nail tech business, and she captured 72 leads and generated $3,964 in new business in her first 3 months from missed call text back. That is the power of this. That is the power of this, okay? Now, it's not humanly possible to reply to every single text, every single message, every single call. It's just not possible. And I don't even think nobody wants to do that. I don't think no one wants to spend all their day, all day long, over the phone, on the computer. I mean, that's just not fun. You want to live life. You want to enjoy life, Nobody wants that, right? So what does it look like to turn on mommypreneur.ai in your business? Think about that for a minute. How much could you benefit from having automations in place so that you can make contact with every single potential client or customer that you have in your business, right? And not only that, but there are a whole lot of more features that we're going to get into. Okay. But think about that. Think about what that looks like for your business. How would that help your business? How would that allow your business to level up? Right. And again, if you're a solopreneur, if you're a mommypreneur, if you're a if you're someone who is running your business by yourself, and this is an interesting time that we're in right now because AI is really taking it up a notch, and automations have always been there. It's always been there, but there are a lot more features there because of artificial intelligence. It's a lot more opportunity for you to automate things in your business that you probably didn't even think was possible to automate. Okay. So think about and keep that in the back of your mind of what that looks like for your business for you to turn on mommypreneur.ai. Okay. All right. And again, number one, we want to capture leads. Mommypreneur.ai will collect names, emails, and phone numbers of your potential customers from different channels. Okay. If you look up there, we got Facebook, we got Instagram. Okay. We got Instagram Messenger, we got Google My Business, we got Webform, which is just a web page, a page that has a form on the website. Okay. You got SMS, text messages, we got chat widgets on your website. We got inbound and outbound phone calls. We got QR codes. We have different ways that we can connect with our potential customers. Okay. And not only that, but you also have the ability to automate the relationship building, because let's face it, we live in a time right now where inflation is crazy. People are really being really meticulous in where they spend their money, right? So having the ability to build the relationship with your potential customers is really what's going to take you to that next level. Okay. And using mommypreneur.ai's automations, your leads can learn about your services and then receive an invitation to schedule a sales appointment with you. Now, this not only applies to sales appointments. Okay. This also applies if you have a digital product business. Okay. If you offer courses, if you're a consultant, okay, this works for any kind of business, okay? But we're specifically talking about sales appointments and showing you the importance of having those automations in place so that you can do all those things on autopilot, okay? So in the automated relationship building, you can see, right? You got emails, you got text messages, you got live transfer, you got pre-recorded voicemails, right? All of these things are ways that you can build that relationship with your potential customers, okay? Now, also, right, you got the close. So mommypreneur.ai will notify you and send reminders to confirm your lead scheduled appointments, build that trust, keep them informed, ensure their attendance that they'll show up. Okay. So you got book sales appointments. You can set up your deposits to go with your appointments. Okay. So that you can reduce your no-shows within your business. Okay. Which is super dope. And that's not it. That's not it, y'all. We got so much more. Let me tell you, let me ask. Let me just ask this for a moment. Is it okay if I go over other features, not just the automation part of the text message and all that good stuff? There's so much more that this platform offers. I'm telling you, this is an all-in-one platform for your business. Okay. So let's talk about it with your permission. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so let's talk about it. So you got a calendar booking system, an entire system where you can have different calendars based on different services that you provide. Not only that, but you got automations and workflows that can take your customer from the beginning journey for where, again, when they're opting in, all the way up until they become a paid customers and work those, follow up with them. You got two-way text and email. Okay. You have not only that, but you have a phone calling system. Okay. You also have a a customer relations manager, management, within the system. Okay. You got invoices and payments. Okay. You can set all that up. So you don't have to worry about, going over here, going over there, going over here, right in the one platform. Okay. Not only that, but you got unlimited websites and you got a funnel builder. Okay. So you don't have to worry about where you're going to host your website, where it's going to be. All of this can be right in one platform. Not only that, but you got a sales pipeline tracking exactly how long did it take this potential customer to become a customer? What did you have to do in between that? So you can replicate that, right? And that's very important. You also have the survey builder because we want to make sure that we're serving our clients at the highest potential, at the highest level that we possibly can. And in order to do that, we need to ask them questions. We need to get feedback on how they are consuming our services and our products, right? And the survey builder is perfect for that. And you have unlimited access to build as many So if you wake up today, let's say you wake up and you maybe I don't know, maybe your business isn't where you want it to be and you want to take it up a notch. You can send out a survey to your list and say, hey, what is it that I can do to help you today? Are you needing this service? Are you needing that? And keep that relationship building going with your potential clients, because that's really important as well. You also have the social media planner. And in addition to that, you have the ability to create content in the platform using AI. Okay. And you also have advanced reporting. So not only are you getting all of these things, but you getting your numbers. Because you gotta know your numbers. That's the number. That is one of the top 3 things that's really important. Because if you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going. That's just simple as that. Okay. And then you also have Facebook, Google, Facebook, and IG Messenger. Okay. And all of these in one platform. Get no better than this. And with this system that you have in place, so now if you got 10,000 people reaching out to you, you can reach every single one of those people without you having to break a sweat, pull your hair out. Okay. Now, would you guys like to see me do a demo on how you can create 90 days worth of content in 15 minutes? Let me know how you're feeling. How you feeling about it? Let me know. If it go. Let me know. Okay. So we're going to get into it. Okay. Let me stop this. So I'm going to give you guys a quick demo. I should have a timer up here. But so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use AI. We are not going to exuberate any additional energy other than what's necessary. Okay. So the prompt that I'm going to put in is please. Now this is going to be specific to, I'll pick something. Okay, let me see. Let's go with the nail tech. Okay, please give me 30. 30 was it? Let's see. I just had a brain fart, y'all. Anyway, okay, let me see. And, valuable to people interested in getting their nails done. We just gonna keep it simple. Okay. Now, boom. Getting we got 30 pieces of content that's valuable for people interested in getting their nails done. Okay. We just picking something simple. We're gonna pick something a little simple. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up Google Sheets. Okay. Okay. I need to have my timer on. I really do. Really do. Okay. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm sharing this screen, y'all.